Hello everyone and welcome to this Google Hangout with Shauna Teaken, and I'm so excited to have everyone on board. And today we're going to be talking about the magics of bodies. And I have got this lovely person called Shauna Teaken, who is an Access Consciousness Qualified Facilitator, and she facilitates the 3-day body class in Access Consciousness. So today we're going to be talking about bodies and the magics of bodies. So hi Shauna, how are you?
Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. The magic of bodies, how does it get any better than that? And what is the magic of bodies, you may well be asking? Well, sometimes it doesn't feel magical having a body, especially in the light of what's been going on in the world this week. However, what is the magic of having a body? For me, it's being able to have an ease and a joy in my life. It's about being able to communicate with everything around me, because everything around me and you has a consciousness, has a thrumming, humming delight in being alive. And if you're able to have a communion with your body or a relationship with your body, everything around you will speak to you. The walls, the ceilings, the floors, the planet, everything. And actually, we can do that right now. Would you be willing to allow the room that you're sitting in, the chair that you're sitting in, the walls, and maybe you're in a car, wherever you are, would you be willing to allow it to contribute to you? The walls, the ceiling, the floors, the things that are in the room, the appliances, the computer, whatever it is, would you be willing to have a contribution from all of those things? And strangely enough, even the things that you consider ugly or not nice, like ugly traffic and ugly buildings and lots of stuff going on, that too can be a contribution and thrums with life. So everything that doesn't allow you to have contribution from everything around you, whether it's your perfect scene, your ideal life, your perfect house, your perfect car, would you uncreate and destroy that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And a really, thank you, a really, really easy way to do that is to simply take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just flow energy into the earth. You don't have to see it or feel it, but if you will allow that to happen, each time you take a breath in, and as you take a breath out, you can actually be connecting with the earth as simply as that. And that energy will go right down into the center of the earth. And in that moment, the earth can actually contribute to you. And what is it that the earth would like to give to you? Is it fresh green growth like I have all around me? Is it peace? Is it calm? You may not be able to define what it is the earth is willing to give to you. But if you'll open up, you have energy centers in your feet, by the way. If you'd be willing to open the energy centers in your feet and allow the energy of the earth to come up into your toes, into the soles of your feet, into your legs, up to your knees, across your thighs. And earth energy is so subtle. It's so nurturing and kind. It's actually the energy of, dare I say it, orgasm. But that's a definition. This earth energy is the most nurturing, soft yet powerful energy, potent energy. And if you'll allow it to flow into your hips and your tummy and your chest, into your neck, and then up and out the top of your head, it only takes 30 seconds and you have communion with earth. It's not a big deal. You don't actually require a course, a class, a book to be able to commune with earth. And the interesting thing is you don't have to delve and dig into your past. This is about creating for your future in the present moment. When you are able to do that, and boy, you can do it in the morning having a cup of tea before you go to work. Just step outside your front door, wherever you are. Allow everything to contribute to you. Look up at the sky. Say, hello world, hello earth. Because the truth is, we actually came here because we love this earth and we want to be a part of it. And now's the time to unlock that magic. And where's the magic? It's not in your head, it's not in your brain, it's not outside you, it's actually in every cell of your body. So if you're able to have that, however briefly, you can step back into it in any moment, you will begin to be aware that everything around you actually speaks to you. Your car, your washing machine. How many of us have said to an old washing machine, please washing machine, don't die now because I can't afford to replace you, or a photocopier or a car, and they respond. They do respond. Everything around you will begin to speak to you. It may not be words, and it may be as subtle and as fleeting as a baby's kiss on your face. Its perception is so soft. It's easy to ignore. But once things begin to be available to you in that way, and actually they're always available, but once you become aware that they're available, it's really easy to ask your clothes to contribute to you. It's really easy to ask your body, what would you like to eat today? It becomes very hard to pass by a plant that needs a drink because it will speak to you, I need a drink. Your attention will be taken to that plant and things will begin to flourish around you. Your plants, your animals, your family, and your body. But what may first happen is that you become very aware of where you're blocking that, not listening, getting distracted. And that can be uncomfortable. Oh well, what do you do with discomfort and intensity? Connect with the earth. Breathe in, pull energy from everywhere around you. You know, as an access consciousness facilitator and as people who are interested in access, we have this amazing treasure chest of tools. It's not even a toolbox, it's a treasure chest. You can just open it up in any moment and pull out a tool and use it. My tool of choice, because I'm all about the earth and the plants and the flowers and the elementals and the pixies, and that's just my bag. My tool of choice is, how do I connect with the earth right now?
So Shauna, Shauna, so what questions would you ask when you are connecting to the earth?
Really easy ones, like what contribution can I be? What contribution can I receive? Really simple things like what else is possible here? Show me something beautiful, planet. And I use a lot of gratitude, like thank you, thank you, thank you, earth. I even say thank you, Paris. Thank you, people that created that thing. Because out of that seeming tragedy, amazing awarenesses have come forward for all of us. You can have gratitude for everything in your life. You can have gratitude for every molecule in your body right now, every cell. Would you be willing to do that? Because when you're having gratitude, you can't judge. It's this amazing get out of jail free card, this lack of judgment. Simple, easy peasy. Just have gratitude.
So what is gratitude?
Gratitude is when you can look at something or a person and go, look at you. Aren't you amazing? Wow. I see all your foibles. I see your little interesting things that you do. And I'm still grateful you're here. And thank you for showing up. And if you choose not to be in my world anymore, I'm just grateful you're on the planet or we're on the planet. Gratitude is what we call it love or love, is when people say, I just want someone to love me for who I truly am. Or what they mean actually is, I want someone who will see all my not so good bits and still want to be around me. So for me, that's gratitude. If there's no money seeming in my bank account, I can still be grateful for the bank account and the fact there was money and there will be money coming. It's not based on if something is present or not. Gratitude is not based on I can see it, feel it, and I have it in my clutches. Gratitude is, you know what? The fact that it even has been and exists and maybe again is enough for me. I'm grateful. And so being grateful for what's happened in the last week and the intensity and the uncomfortableness and actually the beauty of that, allows it to change. If you'll expand, 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 that's another one of my favorite tools, expand. How far out can you go? Would you really be willing to not just own and occupy the room you're in right now, but all of the city you're in. And go, yep, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. I see the shitty bits. I get it, and I'll choose what I experience. Thanks. I'll choose. What would I like to choose today? So, magic of bodies. For me, it's about finding what delights you, what's joyful for you, and it may be crazy, weird shit. I mean, you may collect Matchbox labels. Oh, there's no Matchboxes anymore. You may collect buttons. And you wouldn't like people to know that because that would be a judgeable offense. Whatever it is that you love doing is the secret to your magic. It's the secret to your magic with your body, because when you are happy and when you have the vibration of joy, a funny thing happens. Time doesn't exist in that moment. The creation, the invention that time is real. When you're doing something you love, if it's colouring in, you know this thing about colouring in at the moment, it could be 2 hours, 3 hours, or 2 minutes that you're doing that. In that space of oneness, let's call it oneness, let's call it joy, whatever it is, there's no time. When there is no time operating, you're not in control, you're not bound by the laws of this reality. In the world. So what are those timeless, that's a funny word, things that you love to do? Is it being with your cat? You know, I love cats, and suddenly I've moved to a new place where I've become a cat magnet. There are stray cats showing up at my back door, my front door. They just want to be here. They just want to hang about. Now I'm feeding one and maybe a couple random ones, but what contribution are they actually willing and trying to be? And I don't know if you saw that YouTube video this week of the G8 summit. They'd set the stage up and they were waiting for all the big world political speakers to come talk. There was the empty stage, and there were stray cats wandering across the stage of this international summit. And you go, oh, how annoying, or what a backward country that they let cats on stage. My point of view is, a cat may look at a king, which is an old saying, or a queen. That means, what are those cats willing to share and contribute?
So, Shauna, when cats are around you, what energy are you?
Ooh, I don't know. What energy am I, Julie? What is your awareness?
So, yeah, do you just like with animals, is there like with animals, there's no judgment, no projections or expectation. So with being yourself or being you with animals, there's just no judgment. So it's like that vibration. I get that you can be that same vibration what animals are. And, animals don't have the projection. They don't have stories. So, yeah, I get that, when you are around animals, they come to you because you just be you.
Yes, and you know what? Cars, jewelry, clothes, money doesn't have projections or judgment either. But we go, oh, I'm a cat person. I'm only my best when I'm with cats. My thing has always been, I'm always my best when I'm near the sea. I have to live near the sea. That's when I'm my best. Well, that's interesting. Anywhere I go, I can be at my best. I can be in a shopping centre if I choose it. And that's the willingness to recognise the magic of a body is wherever you go, there you are with your body. You can be that magic with the 9 trannies anywhere you be. I don't actually require my cat, my garden, my water feature, my ambient music, my whatever it is I've decided I require to be my best. Solitude, I must be alone, whatever that is. You can have it anywhere, anytime, if you're willing to choose it.
Yeah. I've just got a text message just saying that my picture is really clear, and they're saying it's fantastic, but the natural light behind you is just, it's making you fuzzy.
Okay, how's that? I'm just
so going. Okay.
And now I've got a cat at the back door wanting to come in.
You're a lot clearer for me, and see if they.
Okay, I'm not sure what I can. There, is that better? Better lighting. I've got a kitty cat meowing at the back.
Just wait until. That's cool. I can see you.
Okay.
It was the sunlight coming in quite directly behind you. Now it's not as much.
Okay. So I guess my point here is that in order to have the magic, the 9 trannies, those magical abilities with your body, but in order also to have joy, you've got to start following your joy. Whatever you've decided or considered is impossible or inconceivable for you to have, pock and pod that. Pock and pod. Whether it's a change with your body, yep. Hang on. What have you made it inconceivable to receive and choose that if you allowed it to be conceivable to you would allow you to be the magic you truly be? And everything does that. Let's uncreate and destroy it all. You can pock and pod that for me, Julie.
Everything that is, times a godzillion, right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pod, all 9 short boys and beyonds.
Thank you. And anything that...
Shauna, just letting you know, we've got 5 people on live watching this.
Woohoo! Thank you, live. I love live people.
So there's 7 of us, including us, not excluding us, including us.
Okay. Yeah, of course, the other thing that bodies love, and it's a major, major key, is movement, because we are designed as perpetual motion, let's call us machines, but biological machines. So you've got to move it or lose it. Now, there's this amazing lady in America, you've probably seen her on YouTube. Ernestine is her name. She's 88 years of age. She's the world's oldest professional bodybuilder. Now, you watch the video and you see her get up at 2:30 in the morning and make a 12-egg, white egg omelette and a smoothie, and then she goes out running with a minus helmet with a light on it in the dark, jogging. And you think, oh, my God, I don't care if I'm going to be 88 and a bodybuilder. I don't want to do that. But her point is, this is what I love. This is what does it for me. This is what floats my boat. Find what it is that you love and what floats your boat and prioritize that and make that your priority. I must do every day something that floats my boat, whatever that is, something that brings joy to your body. It's a major, major key.
So what floats your boat? I know what floats my boat.
I really love dancing, just going out dancing, but dancing at home. And like most people, it's surprising how often I don't allow myself to do that, because you think, oh, how inappropriate, I've got a million things to do. But you know what? Bodies love 5 or 10 minutes of ecstatic movement, whatever that may be. Walking, whatever it is. A lovely glass of wine is actually a joy to the body. So I want to get back to the magic of this, because if you will follow the joy of what's magical for you, it's actually a way that you can be creating an easy, not an easy life, a life of ease for yourself. It will attract money. It may not attract money directly. You could make a business out of talking to animals. You could make a business of talking to crystals, rocks, plants, growing amazing gardens. You could make a business out of cars, whatever it is you love. And you don't have to. Just having those things in your life and indulging them can start to bring money into you. Why? Because it's about receiving. So I really encourage people. It seems hedonistic, yes. It seems like the pursuit of pleasure. Yes, that's the magic of having a body. That is the magic of embodiment. And in fact, I do a monthly telecall. I call it Club Hedonista. Welcome to the Club of Hedonists. Because it used to be that being a hedonist was he's a hedonist. That means this selfish life of the pursuit of pleasure. Hell yeah. And that's actually how you change the world. If you know that you have come here for this planet and for the people on it, how you change the world and contribute is doing the things you love doing. Could it get more simple than that? How are we going to change what's going on in the world? We get happy and we laugh more. Everything else is a distractor implant. Everything else is a distractor implant. If it's heavy, contracted, sad, depressed, it's not real and it's not true. So while what I'm saying could seem like it's superficial and it's Pollyanna and it's, oh, she's happy with her cats and her plants, what a crazy old lady. Yeah, thank God for crazy old ladies, Thank God. And my mother who's even older than me and even more crazy. Thank God for her. And then you can start to go, oh, I actually love putting my hands on other bodies. Not because you've got to heal them, not because you're responsible, not because the Wizard of Oz, simply that you enjoy bodies. Simply that you enjoy bodies. Many, many moons ago, back in 1980 when I was first a massage therapist, I had more clients and more fun massaging when I just simply did that old-fashioned relaxation Swedish massage. I loved it. I loved people's bodies. I had old people, young people. And then I thought, no, I've got to help people more. We must go deeper. We must uncover. And I did this incredibly painful form of massage, a bit like rolfing, called deep tissue muscle therapy, on all my regular clients, which was pain. You've got to go through the pain and explore it, and what is it? And they used to beg me, please, can you just do what you used to do? But I said, no, you have to grow. You have to change. This is the way. Wow. You know, it's taken me a long time to come around and go, you know, in the relaxation and the pleasure was the change.
So, Shauna, does bodies like kindness and gentleness than the real deep, heavy pain and twisting and all like that?
Well, you know, yes, strangely enough. And there are times where having a deep massage, like in a rolfing session or a really great, you know that that's where you want to go, and you work with the person, you're working together, you're working with the body, you're working with the breath. But when it's this, I had this enforcement thing that these people must grow and this is how it must be. There wasn't a lot of question in that. And I can see how I've applied that in my own life, of course, to my own body. Come on, body, no pain, no gain. Feel the burn, you know, the whole Jane Fonda thing. I taught aerobics for many years.
So it's asking questions.
Yeah, it's asking questions. Yeah, and if it's uncomfortable, that's not necessarily a wrongness. Wrongness. Okay, thank you. Wrongness.
Yes.
Let's talk about wrongness. Okay,
Yeah.
so when 3-day body classes, this is my first year out as a 3-day body class facilitator. That's been very interesting, traveling around running these classes. And the recurring theme is people who think they have issues with money, issues with their body, whether it's health or weight, issues with relationship issues, right? And maybe one day they'll be able to get through their issues. My personal point of view is, honey, turn that around 180%, move the camera angle that you're looking through. What if that issue with money where you never seem to have enough, or you lose it, or you can't attract it in, is actually your amazing capacity with money? Now, most people that you would say that to would go, you've got to be joking, me, good with money? Well, here's the thing. The way that you receive information on this planet is through your body. Your body is your satellite dish. It is your huge living, breathing, receiving organism. It's a little bit like in the bottom of rock pools. You know those things called sea anemones? They're like all feely.
Yeah, I've seen you.
Yeah, your whole body is actually, it's quite sexy really, your whole body is like this pulsating, vibrational, this is just an image, what you see in the mirror. That's not actually who you be and what you look like. And what you do is you pick up incoming information, which is awareness from everybody and the planet and everything on it, constantly, consistently. If where you grew up, if where you grew up, there were money stuff going on, blah, 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 anger, depression, whatever, you will have a slight tuning of your internal radar system to that. You will be extra able to pick up that shit. All you need is the merest whiff of someone down the road having money troubles and you're aware of it. However, you are so good at it, we are so good at it, you will immediately translate that as if it's real and true for you and start to institute it in your life to a greater or lesser extent. It's the old thing of, if you grew up in carrot soup, you think you're a carrot. So you may be walking around with your dial set to picking up depression, a bit of money stuff here, a bit of relationship shit, a bit of hating my body here. Everywhere you go, this is as if, this is not actually how it is, but it's a wonderful way to describe it. How do you change that?
So, Shauna, when you're talking about carrot soup and then thinking that you are a carrot, I've heard
Yeah,
that for so long, and it's
yeah,
only recent I've got it. You know, I look back of who I've surrounded myself with, who I chose as my family and friends, and
yeah,
I was so in the carrot soup that I thought I was them. I thought I was a carrot.
yes,
So,
yeah, yeah.
you know, how can I change that? How can I change how I pick everything up?
You don't,
And in the
you don't
carrot soup,
you don't want
how
to change it. It's the greatest capacity. And we're spending years going, I don't want that anymore. Stop it. Make it go away.
no, not got their stuff, but how can I change what I'm not picking up, but what can I do different that I don't think I'm a carrot anymore?
Yeah. It's acknowledging that it's a capacity. It's
Ah,
going, not a fucked up, screwed up little bunny. I'm actually amazing. Wow.
so it's saying that, oh wow, I'm just perceiving, I'm just aware of everyone else's stuff.
Yep.
Is that
You know,
wow?
as we say, that old tool of none of it belongs to you. And truthfully, it doesn't. But when you finally get that and you go, I am a receiving satellite dish, I've got incoming information here. So when you get up in the morning and go, wow, I feel depressed or I am sad, of course, if you give yourself a little bit of space and go, incoming information, I'm having an awareness of sadness, that gives you that space, that nanosecond to go, not mine. Wow.
So that's one of the tools. What other tools could you use?
Expand, 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 expand. If
Yeah.
you are willing to, and this feels like, it seems like it's abstract and not, you can't quite grasp it, but energy is real. Energy, space, and consciousness is what we are. If you will expand your energy out, it's a little bit like the nets that you've been using to trawl for all of that stuff, all the flotsam and jetsam caught in your nets. If you expand out, you can shake it all free and it falls away. And the things that assist you to expand out are the movement, the joyous things that you love doing. You don't even realize that when you're doing your stamp collecting or whatever it is you love doing and you're involved in it, you are actually being very expansive. Shit starts to fall away. For me, having my bars run, oh my goodness. Running someone's bars. I love running bars because I know it'll put me in that space where I get some perspective.
Okay, Shauna. So if anyone is new to Access Consciousness,
Yeah.
what is the bars?
The bars are 32 points on the head that if you hold, for example, there's a money point there and a money point there. When you hold them at the same time, very softly and gently, creates a connection between the two money points, a bar, if you like, of energy, which starts to dissipate everything you've ever experienced in any lifetime around money. All the limitations you've got. But there's 32 of those points: creativity, control, body, sexuality. So when you lie on a table, someone holds those points, you're letting go of every limitation you've ever had in any lifetime. The only thing is you haven't had one lifetime, you've had thousands. So it will give you.
And there's joy and sadness. I love getting my joy and sadness and my hopes and dreams bars because, yeah, wow,
Yeah.
I miss it. You go.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, you go ahead.
I just said I've misidentified sadness as joy, joyfulness. I really have. I for so long was so sad, and then I was just starting to go, well, wow, have I misapplied and misidentified sadness with joy, joyfulness? And then when I acknowledge that, my life's starting to turn around. I have more joy in my body than I've ever had. So, and having the bars run, wow, the space.
Yeah.
It gives my head, it's wow.
How are we going for time? Are we doing 30 minutes? We're keeping people from what they should be doing, or are we good?
Yeah, it is. It's 9:30. So if you're happy to wrap it up or keep going, or what else you would like to talk about, or
Nice clearings that I wanted to run. What if you were so inconceivable and undefinable that life and living was easy? Oh my goodness, everything that is, that doesn't allow that store it all.
A time. I'm going to be your pock and pod. Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pod, all 9 short, boys and beyonds.
What is inconceivable to you that you're not acknowledging, that if you acknowledged it would set you free? Wow.
Everything. That is times a godzillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pod, all 9 short, boys and beyonds.
So what I have come up with is totally to delight myself. Sorry about this, guys, but the things that bring me joy and which I've been doing for many, many years is buying, selling houses to great profit. Because when I walk into a house, the house says, "Hello, Shauna, love me, I love you." That's the magic of your body, actually. Knowing which clothes your body would like to wear, which colours, talking to plants, animals, all of those things. So anyway, long story short, I'm doing a 1-month telecall on series on each of those things, and let's crack it. Let's get you out of this wrongness of you. What are your strongnesses? What are these amazing magical capacities you actually already have? And how about using them to your advantage? So purely for my own delight and enjoyment, because one of the things I love doing is talking to people and seeing them go, the penny drop, and they go, "What? You mean there's nothing wrong with me?" No, quite the reverse. And it doesn't...
When does the call start?
We're going to start in January, but there's going to be a little Prezi in everyone's inbox after this to get you sorted and started. I use a lot of, I suppose you'd call them guided meditations. I call them energy exercise class, where you do the work energetically, so you don't have to think about it. We did a little bit of that earlier, where you just connect to the earth and allow the earth energy to come into your body. So I have a series of those, and I'll pop 1 or 2 in people's inboxes as a little bonus present from me. So the actual series won't start till January, but if you are hot to trot before then, we've got something coming up for you. I've got a 3-day body class coming up at Mooloolaba. Now
that's what I was going to ask you. What's your up and coming classes? So when is that going to be?
December 1st to December 1st, 2nd, 3rd at Mooloolaba. There is something that happens when you have 3 days consecutively of access body work. There is a magic created that goes way beyond the actual processes we all run. And a big secret in access, and no one told me this for a long time, there are these processes that used to be in the advanced body class but are now in this 3-day class that switch on these immune systems in the body. Nobody tells you this. Why, I don't know, but it switches on your anti-judgment, your anti-aging, and your immune system, so that you are no longer at the effect of the density of this matter, energy, space, time continuum. And we spend a whole day running those processes in the 3-day body class. Apart from the fact that you get the manual with the 50+ body processes in it, wow. If someone had told me, I waited a long time before I actually did a body class myself, participated. And when I did, I went, oh my God, how come nobody told me? So, yeah.
So if people are interested in the class, how can they register, or how can they contact you?
We'll give them that link. My website is shaunasisland.com. I've always dreamed and had this fantasy that I would be shipwrecked on a wonderful tropical island, provided there was enough alcohol, enough books, some form of music. I had a list of things I had to have on my tropical island when I got shipwrecked. So I've created this website, which is to give you that space of a retreat in nature. And that's what the energy exercise class is.
Wow, that sounds awesome. I like that energy.
Cool. All right. Are there any questions that I should be answering, or?
We've got 5 viewers still watching. No questions. So the people that are viewing that can hear me right now, hi. If you've got any questions, just on the side where it says question and A, type into your questions, and Shauna will answer it. Or text me. People have been texting me. That's
okay.
really cool.
Here's something that you can do right now, wherever you are. If you allow yourself to expand out, take a deep breath and open up the top of your head and allow energy or pull energy into the top of your head. You can close your eyes or open your eyes, whatever. But if you will pull energy, and when you pull energy, pull it dynamically like a tsunami, and allow that energy to move through your whole body, every pore of your being, and let it flow out of you into the very center of the earth. And now change that energy to gold, the vibration of gold. You don't have to see it or feel it. Just say gold energy, please. And gold energy has this quality of loving the body. The body adores gold. It wakes up the cells, and strangely enough, it's also the color of money. Gold, it was the standard, the base of all monetary systems on this planet. So would you be willing to allow gold, which is the color of health, wealth, abundance, and money, to flow through every cell in your body? And let it knock at the doors of all those cells and say, hello, let me in. So the cells can actually open the door and start letting go of all the judgments, all the projections, all the rejections, all the expectations from every lifetime. And the gold will just carry that out of your body and out of every pore of your being and all your energy bodies into the earth. And the earth just says, thank you very much, I'll recycle that energy. See, sometimes we don't want to let go of stuff because we think we'll be adding to the pollution of the earth. Not so. And would you be willing to step up that vibration of gold and have more and more? Because what you've done is, in every lifetime, you've been keeping your filing system going, just in case you need to remember that in 3000 BC, you got stoned for heresy or something. Oh, I better remember that. You've been remembering everything for 4 trillion years. Oh, I better remember never to blah, 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 just in case I never get married. Or the last time I did that, my whole family got destroyed. I must remember never to do that again. So you come in, create a lovely new body, and install the same old filing system. And it gets really tiring having to carry this filing system wherever you go. When you get your bars run, the filing system starts to be emptied. When you flow energy through your body, it starts to empty the filing system. Where is the filing system? It's not in your head, it's not in your brain, it's in every cell of your being. Those records, those memories, those files. One of the reasons we won't let them go is we think we'll no longer know who we are. If I don't know where I've been, how will I know where I am? Yeah, that'd be cool. Let it all go. So every time you run this gold energy through your system, you're getting a clean out. And you can do that anywhere, anytime. How does it get any better than that?
Yeah, how does it get any better than that? Wow, that's awesome. And it's like, who am I today? With that process, that exercise, that's cool, because who am I today, and what wonderful and glorious adventures can I have today? That is awesome. That is an awesome exercise that people can do. Wow.
And then, of course, you can use that energy for anything that you would like to change, whether it's your brain, your body, your weight, health, your money. So anything you can be, you can have. If you can be the vibration of gold, and everyone listening immediately went to the vibration of gold. If you can be it, you can have it.
Did I get you? Did you say the vibration of your brain?
You can change anything. If you think your brain has got some issues, flood energy in there and go, okay.
And it's just plugging that energy in there.
Well, it's opening up and allowing energy to run through you, because you're just energy, space, and consciousness. You're not actually solid. What you see in the mirror is this hastily pulled together image in a nanosecond to represent all your projections and judgments and expectations. That's not actually what you look like. And yet we act as if that's a solidity. It's not. So every time you use an energy pull, it reminds you, I'm not solid.
So I've got a question for you. And so your brain and mind is two different things. So like for me, like, is it two things? You know, the mind, you get all these thoughts and you get very cluttered, and like I can get B. But my brain, I get that my brain is very active, a lot of energy is always pulsating, and it's, you know. So my question is, what is the difference of the mind and the brain? Is there a difference?
Yes, the mind's a construct. You have a physical brain. Last time you looked, that you had a physical brain in there, right? That is, you do have an organ called the brain. The mind is a construct. It's an invention.
Yeah. And so we can uncreate and destroy that construction of the mind.
Yeah, well, that's what the bars does, and that's what all the therapies are designed to do. Bypass the mind, say, shut up, goodbye, so that you start to function from awareness. The brain is just a kind of like it's an amazing thing, a meeting point for the being coming into the body.
Oh, wow. Thank you for putting it in those words.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's what.
Yeah. It's a very sophisticated and yet simple physical representation of some amazing things that are actually going on. If you look inside someone's brain, and for many years when I worked as a psychic reader, I would amuse myself by looking into people's heads and brains physically to see what was going on, but also energetically. And that's interesting, yeah. But again, once you do a body...
that exercise you just did with the gold, you can do that. You could do that with the brain.
Oh, look, I do it as a 20-minute thing where we go through every organ in the body.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's brilliant. And it's with awareness, you know. You can go into your liver and have a little chat and say, what's going on, honey? Because everything's conscious. That means everything can be dialogued with. Even a virus has consciousness. You can dialogue with a virus. You can dialogue with cancer. You can dialogue with a disease and say, what's up? And it's amazing to me that a lot of viruses and diseases, they don't think they're doing anything wrong in the person's body. They think they're just being, you know, hanging out, until you say, look, actually, you are damaging the host body. Sometimes they go, oh my God, and they're willing to transform and evolve and become something else. A cell transforms or transmutes or mutates into a cancer cell. Well, sometimes cancer cells are happy to transmute back. Everything is moving towards consciousness, or not. Some things are not choosing consciousness. If they are, woohoo! Just a simple question changes everything.
Thank you for that. That's given me a lot more clarity with my brain. So yeah, and I like it. And when you were talking about that, it was the movie The Host. When you're saying, you know, like a virus comes in and it can be damaging to the body, it's like there's a movie called The Host, and it comes, you know, the host comes into the body, and the body looks at, you know, the host looks after the body, and the body looks after the host.
Okay, cool.
So it's, you know, that's when you were talking about all that before, that's what came up, that movie. And it's called The Host, about, you know, yeah, that's excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
More people are coming on while we're talking. I've just been asking to play with the energy flows, so it's just been more people, and who else has been contributing to, you know, to the energy flows to this hangout. Anything else you'd like to say? And like to anyone, you know, if you've got any questions, text me or put it into the question box.
Okay.
Or would you like to say anything more, Shauna?
No, I'm open to questions. Ask me questions. I'm more than happy to, you know, with whatever.
Any questions, anyone?
Maybe we're done. Maybe we're done.
All right. Still no questions coming through. And
so one other thing I'd like to talk about is elemental energy. I've worked a lot with people who are interested in, how can I put it? There's a lot of people who feel they need to be by the sea and really relate to the sea. But there are also people who relate to fairies, nature, that kind of elemental energy. What's going on? Is that
We've got someone's gone, ha, I've just worked it out. Yay, I got on. They've got on to the questions. So hang on. Oh, cool. So the question, I was starting to wonder and ask questions is the question box working? But yes, it's working. Someone just asked, will there be a replay? And yes, there will be a replay. I'll put up the links to the replay on their event page.
Cool. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, go. And I'll send an email out to everyone that came on saying they were coming to the Google Hangout. Yep. Go on. Yep. Cool.
You can, once you get this magic of your body working, and I mean it is working for you, but once you acknowledge it, have awareness of it, start to use it, you can use it for very so-called mundane things like buying cars, buying houses, buying clothes, changing your body, and then more what we think of as magical things, although they're all magical. I've worked with lots of people who are interested in mermaids, dragons, fairies, pixies, elves, and that's a part of acknowledging your elemental nature. You can definitely open up that area. There are spirits of nature, beings of nature. How many realities are there actually mermaids in? How many realities are there mythical, magical creatures? And how much of that is bleeding through for people where they have this fascination for the magical? So you can definitely open up to that as much as you can open up to how to create money flows. It's still about the magic of you and your body. The key to being able to have and do and be those things is your relationship with your body. It always starts with you and your lovely body. It has always been thought, well, for many, many thousands of years, that the way to have the magical powers is to get out of the body, to go into a trance state, to do the hemajiggy, whoosh, you know, with the incense and the beating the drums and getting into a trance state where you're out of the body. And, you know, hours of meditation.
Naked or running naked in front of a full moon.
Yeah, whatever it is, howling at the moon. What we now are aware of, and thank God for Gary Douglas and Dain Heer, is that you don't have to go anywhere. Actually being with your body, which may be very different to what you've assumed and projected at it and expected of it, is where the magic begins. And that is so much lighter and more joyous than what you may be thinking. When you tend to tell people it's about the body and communicating with the body, oh, no. But that's not so. That's the interesting thing. Everything's the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Having communion with your body is this light, delicious, joyous, what is love, laughter? You only have to look at a 2 or 3 year old to know what joy is. Joy is just silly fun. It's a lot of energy. And how much are we made wrong for that? Sit still, be still, don't wriggle, stop wriggling. I once ran bars for a little boy who was about 8 or 9, and his mother sat beside me while I ran his bars, and he was a live wire. He couldn't stay still, and she was, be still for the lady. Don't wriggle, stay still. It's like, oh, for God's sake, let him wriggle. We let him wriggle and laugh and carry on, and pretty soon I was laughing and pretty soon she was laughing. Bodies match vibration of other bodies if you allow them to.
So would you call that being an allowance? Because I know with my body, like especially in the morning, it loves to start wiggling around, like around 5:30, 6 o'clock, it just starts to wiggle. So I just allow it. And then I just ask the question, what do you want to do, body? And usually I know that I'm in the car and I'm down the beach or I'm with trees. So like for me, that's just being an allowance. So for you, when you were with that boy, you were in allowance of what he was being and choosing.
Well, yeah, because I wanted to run his bars. I needed to have some way that we could keep going. And I ended up just asking him to tell me what his funniest movies were. And then he was laughing so much he couldn't describe what they were. And then we all got a fit of the giggles. But how long since you had a fit of the giggles? Perhaps joy is just really silly, silly fun. Sliding down a grassy slope on a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Yeah? Anyway, I must be off because it's already almost 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock here, 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Is that half an hour? That half an hour flew. Wow.
Okay.
How does it get any better than that? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shauna, for joining us, joining everyone. And thank you, everyone that came on live today. And yes, there will be a replay so everyone can have a look, and we can post this out to the whole world. And how does it get any better than this?
Wonderful. Thank you, Julian. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.